This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, the Moreau Catholic volleyball player using volleyball to cope with the loss in her life, and we meet the amazing soccer player overcoming childhood cancer to play this season.
We'll have boys and girls tennis action as De La Salle meets San Ramon Valley and Monte Vista takes on California. Plus, Saturday cross-country action including the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League meet. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with boys tennis as we head out to the East Bay League.
That's right. It's De La Salle and San Ramon Valley in the very first match of the season. De La Salle and San Ramon Valley gearing up for their very first match of the season. The Wolves' number one is Kyler Fung in the far court, facing off against Ben Biernick. These guys go back and forth here on a nice point. Fung eventually hits it short, and Biernick with a beautiful chip shot, cross court, down the line for the point. Biernick with a great serve here. This is a long rally. Fung sending it deep. Biernick fires it back. Fung on the run, able to get it over, but Biernick's return hits the net, so Fung gets the point there. Biernick on the move now, blasts one over, and Fung only gets a piece of this one, so Biernick with the point there. Biernick with a short chip right here for the point. The senior's excited about that one. Biernick wins it for the Spartans in 2 sets, 6-1, 6-1. To the number 2 singles match with De La Salle's Tommy Sumbelic and San Ramon Valley's Matthew O'Hara. This is O'Hara serving for San Ramon Valley. A nice serve. He goes cross court and then keeps his guy on the run. Same spot, but then he goes the other way for the point for San Ramon Valley. Sumbelic now with a powerful serve. He sends one short. It's just out of O'Hara's reach, and it goes out. O'Hara now sending it over short to finish this one as O'Hara wins it for SRV in 2 sets, 6-3 and 6-2. The number 3 singles match now has the Spartans Junior Easley and the Wolves' Cameron Ferguson facing off. Ferguson volleys it over and Easley is unable to make the return there. But Easley playing very well. A nice serve there. Then he gets the return and the point. Easley wins this one in 3 very tough sets, 4-6, 6-1, 10-1. Here's winner Ben Biernick talking about his first match of the season.
Feels great. Haven't played a match since last March, so good to see the off-season work actually paying off for something. Didn't know if we were going to have a season until just a few weeks ago, so good to be out here.
Homestead, Los Gatos, and Fremont squaring off Saturday morning at Los Gatos for the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League meet. Both boys and girls running at the same time. Andrew Ham for Homestead leading at the 1-mile mark. Fremont's Jonathan Halprin, Homestead's Edward Zhao, and Jack Fan for the Wildcats are close behind. Siddharth Sean Green and Raul Jones in black making good pace. And if it looks like you're seeing double, here you are. Twins Eric and Lucas Uchart keeping nearly an identical pace. Here comes our winner, Andrew Hahn from Homestead, running the 2.2-mile race in 11 minutes and 6 seconds. That's just over a 5-minute mile. Halprin comes in 9 seconds later with a time of 11:21, and Jack Fan for the Wildcats finishes off the top 3. And there they are, our top 3 finishers, Hahn, Halprin, and Fan. Edward Zhao coming in 4th, followed by Colin Stillman and Raul Jones with an average time of 11 minutes and 48 seconds. The Homestead Mustangs win the meet for the boys. Now on to the girls. Los Gatos looking to win back-to-back meets after beating Lynbrook last week. A pack of Wildcats leading at the 1-mile mark. Raki Chavalavada and Beatrice Mihalachi following close behind. Back at the finish line, Sophie Tao in the lead. Sophie, a sophomore, winning back-to-back meets, finishing with a time of 13 minutes and 30 seconds, a 6-minute, 8-second pace. Fiona Heron comes in 4 seconds later in 2nd, and Erica Weinstein fills in the 3rd place spot. Abigail Zola and Kate Heron come in 4th and 5th. Top 5 finishers are all Wildcats. Mia Tarkington is the first Mustang to finish with a time of 14 minutes flat. Teammate Nadoko Shabaski comes in 7th. Los Gatos, a very talented team with an average time of 13 minutes and 43 seconds. They take home the win.
My teammates were really good paces for me. We ran as a pack pretty much the whole way through, so that was really fun. And unfortunately, my teammate outkicked me, but I'll beat her next week.
The hardest part is training. When you don't know when the start is, it's like the motivation. So I guess having teammates really helps with that. because just grinding alone kind of sucks. So having those teammates to encourage you really helps with that.
The scorecards handed out to the Monte Vista girls as they take on Palo Alto Wednesday afternoon. Early in the round, Monte Vista's Caitlin Chen with her second shot on a par 4. She hits it nicely onto the green. Caitlin would par the hole and finish 6 over par. This is Sydney Sung with a long putt for eagle on the hole. Sydney places it close to the pin and later made the short putt for a birdie 3, part of a big day for Sydney. This is Pally's Madison Panetta, part of the team winning the state title last year. No state tournament this year, so the Vikings will not be able to defend. A terrific shot here for Madison. And now Madison looking for the birdie. A nice putt is just short. Madison finished 3rd in the match. Here now, Sydney Sung once again tapping in for birdie. Sydney with 2 birdies in her first 3 holes. She's headed to North Carolina after her senior year. And now freshman Alexa Panetta chipping onto the green. A terrific shot for Madison's little sister, who finished tied for 4th in the match. She is really good. Marina Mato with a nice putt here for par. Marina tied for 4th in the match with Alexa. Pally very strong again this year. Monte Vista trying to keep pace. It's Sunny Yee sinking her putt there. Madison Panetta now late in the match with a nice putt. Madison finishing 1 over par. Now here's Monte Vista's Hillary Wang on the fringe, putting it just off the rim. Oh my, a terrific putt by Hillary Wang. But the Vikings have the top finishers, including Lauren Sung, who finished 2 over par. Her twin sister, Sydney, talked about her winning round at 3 under par.
I think I played a really good game. I mean, I was hitting all my drives straight, hitting a lot of greens, and made some really important putts. And I knew that the par 5s were I was able to score, so I just made birdie chances that I had. So, yeah.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week.
Let's check in with the Spirit team from Logan High School. Coming up, girls tennis from the Peninsula as Carlmont meets Half Moon Bay.
And later, the San Francisco soccer player who lost an eye as a child, but that doesn't keep him off the soccer pitch. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
This is the gap that opened up when everything shut down. But entrepreneurs never stopped and found solutions that kept them going. At US Bank, we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what you're facing. Because when you close the gap, a world of possibility opens. US Bank, we'll get there together.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
Go to SB Live California as your destination for the very best in local high school sports coverage online. SB Live brings sports fans exclusive articles, highlights, coaches, polls, and photo galleries. Get the SB Live app for the latest scores from games played all around the Bay Area and California. This season, SB Live brings you exclusive content in partnership with 49ers Cal High Sports. Follow us at SB Live CA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. SB Live, the Bay Area's first destination for the latest in high school sports.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. By Wingstop, order Wingstop's new all-in bundle, just $19.99. See wingstop.com for restrictions and details. And by Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact.
We're back with girls tennis from each side of the bay. We'll hit the peninsula in a moment.
But first, let's go to the East Bay League with Monta Vista and California. The Monta Vista girls with the final moments of the longest cheer in sports history. Here are the number ones for California and Monta Vista. It's Taylor Long for Cal serving to Monta Vista's Angelina Ismailova with a terrific return there. This one tight throughout, a competitive match the entire way with a nice backhand here is Long and then winning the point with great placement on the passing shot. Long here slicing it short as she comes to the net. A nice volley, but Ismailova rockets it right back at her for the point. Ismailova taking the first set. Long with several aces in the second set. Terrific placement on the serve here. Ismailova ripping this winner off the second serve here, but another ace for Long as this rocket hits the corner of the service box. We go to the third set for the tiebreaker. For a player to win it, it takes 10 points. Ismailova takes a 7-5 lead in the third with a forehand volley, but Long fights back this match point, and Long wins it in 3 tough sets. The number 2 match featuring Monta Vista's Isha Jain in the far court taking on Cal's Juhi Harawala, who gets the spin shot there off the top of the net and then gets another slicer to win the point. Juhi likes the spin shot, but this time Jain handles it well, and Jain gets the point on this one. But Hariwala was in control of this one throughout. She wins it in straight sets. Hariwala to the net with a lot of spin on that shot, and then the passing shot for the point. Again, a 2-set winner for Hariwala. The girls' number 3s were Monta Vista's Kate Vavra and Cal's Bhavya Pandey. Vavra will take this match in straight sets as Cal takes the win as a team. We talked with their number 1, Taylor Long, on finally being able to get back on the court.
It was definitely challenging. I knew I'd come out and not play as well as I was hoping for because I didn't practice as much as I would hope for. But towards the end, I played a lot better, and I was really happy with the way that I played.
It's a warm Tuesday afternoon in Half Moon Bay as the Cougars take on Carlmont. The Cougars' Josie Miller on the near court trying to land a couple shots in the corner there against Paya Defpondi. She gets the second shot to go. But Defpondi does the same here. Already up 1-0. Paya gets it past her opponent and she wins the second game 6-3 and takes home the victory. On court 2, Charlotte Rogozin on the near court. Her opponent, Malika Agrawal on the far side. Agrawal tries the soft shot, but Rogozin's return finds open court. Agrawal up by a set, taking her opponent every which way here, and she returns it off the volley. A great shot there for Malika. Agrawal, a great showing in her first match. Rogozin trying to put the point away, but Agrawal is all over it. And after one hard shot and one drop shot, Agrawal gets the point. She goes on to take the match, scorching one in the corner. 6-love, 6-1, the scores of the 2 sets. And now for the main event, Nikilo Raman for the Scots against the Cougars' Nora Lynch. Raman on the near court with 2 hot shots in each corner. Raman already up 1-0. And watch Raman's next shot off this serve. This one is not coming back. Raman up 2-1 in this set. But Lynch responds with some screamers of her own. On the return, she buries this one in the corner. Next game, here's Raman again off the serve, an absolute missile. She's trying to close this match out, but Lynch is not having it. Lynch with the perfectly placed serve for the ace. But Ramon would go on to win this set 6-3. The chip shot finds no man's land, and the Carlmont Scots go undefeated in the first event of the season. Rahman, Agrawal, Borchelt, and Defpondi, the singles winners for Carlmont. Cal Hope is working to make it easier for teens to work through the emotional stress of the pandemic.
Here is this week's Cal Hope mental health tip.
A good night's sleep is a good game plan for mental wellness. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Make sure you sleep in a cool, quiet room, free of distractions, and avoid drinking caffeine in the afternoon so you can sleep more easily.
Coming up, the Los Gatos star who can do it all in the water. Our Albany's construction feature is next.
And later, Pittsburgh and Heritage girls tennis coming up.
People always ask me what I got on. They be like, hey, Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from Cal Hope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. Cal Hope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Invis is everything braces isn't. Eating the foods you love, life uninterrupted. Invisalign.
We are the Half Moon Bay High School Marching Band.
And you're watching 49ers Cal High
Sports Report.
Albany's construction usually brings us the dirty work play, but this next athlete is clean nearly all the time.
That's right, Zoe Frangia spends most of her day in the water. Our Danielle Podlosky tells us how Zoe can do it all.
Name an activity with water, and Los Gatos junior Zoe Frangia probably does it. Zoe is a star in the pool for the Wildcats in 3 different sports. Where there's water, you'll likely find Los Gatos junior Zoe Frangia.
She swims, she dives, she plays water polo. She's a lifeguard, and last season she was coaching little kids water polo with me as well. So I think she's the only player I have that's on deck more than I am.
Zoe played a lot of different sports growing up. She truly excelled at the water sports.
I've tried soccer. I did basketball for a while and I was awful at everything that wasn't water sports. So we tried it for a while, but it didn't work out.
Zoe's mom introduced Zoe to the sport of swimming at an early age.
My mom has done swimming and played water polo throughout college, and she was also a swimmer in high school and middle school / elementary school. So I started swimming first, and I was about 8 years old, swimming competitively.
Zoe started playing water polo shortly after. She was a standout from the start, thanks to her strong swimming background.
I also run a club team, so she started playing club with us before she started in high school, so I've probably been coaching her since she was 12, 13, something like that. She was very fast when she started. She was already a talented swimmer, so any coach that sees a swimmer come in, we can teach anybody how to throw a ball. So I didn't know her real well when she started, but it became apparent very quickly that her parents really instilled a work ethic and commitment into her, and she's been training her butt off for years now, and it's really showing.
But 2 water sports weren't enough for this skilled athlete. Zoe picked up diving her freshman year.
I would be at water polo practices on my club team, and they would be diving next to me, and I was always just super interested in it because I had never tried it before.
So it was just something fun for me to try out because I'm already doing so many other things in the pool, might as well add one more. It's definitely something that anyone can kind of start out with not really knowing much. It's super fun to learn, and especially with the high school team, you're not super focused on having to have a whole bunch of experience or having to have a whole bunch of years of you doing it. You can kind of start out as a newbie and you learn with the rest of the team.
Zoe enjoys all 3 sports, but her main focus is water polo. She hopes to play in college. Her coach thinks she will have no problem finding a school.
I think she's going to have a lot of options. I also don't think that she's done growing, and so between her size and her speed, that's appealing to a lot of coaches. And unfortunately, the game tape that we have right now is pretty outdated because it's from her sophomore year is most of her game tape, and the difference between her sophomore year level of play to now, it's night and day. It's not even close. So when we get some new updated tape, I think that's going to help her out quite a bit.
When not in the pool for Los Gatos, Zoe can be found in a lake or on a mountain.
We do have a boat, my family does, and we go boating and swimming in the lake a lot. I wakeboard, I love snowboarding and skiing, so everything with water.
Los Gatos junior Zoe Frangia loves water. It's her happy place. Zoe has not competed in a water polo match in over a year. She aims to make a big splash in the pool this upcoming season.
I've been here at Los Gatos, this is my 12th or 13th year, one of the two. And she's one of the kids that I saw a ton of potential in at the beginning, and she's put in more work than anyone that I've coached. We had a little talk about, if this is something that she wanted to do, she has the physical potential, it's just if she wants to do it. And she's been putting the work in, and I don't know who's more bummed out about missing a season this year, her or me, because I think this was really going to be her breakout season. If we do end up having a short season this year, I still think that she's going to be one of the standouts in our league, and she'll probably be one of the better players in our section as well.
Zoe says she is beyond happy to be back in the pool competing. It's clearly where she belongs. Robert and Aubrey, back to you.
Thanks, Danielle. Each week, Wingstop brings us the Wings of an Angel Award, where a student athlete talks about their favorite teacher.
Here's Kate Vavra talking about her favorite teacher at Monte Vista High School.
My favorite teacher is Miss Dolam because she's always there to talk to me in or out of class, and we have some really, really awesome discussions.
Our Wings of an Angel teacher will receive a Wingstop gift card for doing such a great job.
Wingstop is also honoring Terry Blanchard, a Wingstop owner who passed away this past spring from COVID-19. Wingstop will be supporting scholarships for athletes of color in Terry's honor. Those scholarships to be presented at our award ceremony in June.
Coming up, our U.S. Bank inspirational athlete, it's Kendall Kibanoff from Moreau Catholic.
And later, highlights from the Saturday cross-country meet in the East Bay. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
Are you ready to sink your teeth into a lemon pepper, sweet and spicy Korean cube-tastic mango habanero
master class in all things wings?
Yes, I am.
Are you though?
I'll take that.
All right. Get the new all-in bundle for just $19.99. Available for delivery and carry-out for a limited time. Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Piercy Honda, located right off Highway 880 in Milpitas, is where you will find hundreds of new and pre-owned Hondas to choose from. Low credit score, no credit, first-time buyer? No problem, Piercy Honda can help. Find us online at piercyhonda.com to search our inventory, calculate your payments, and even complete your purchase. Piercy Honda is home to great customer service, great deals, and a more convenient way to buy a new or pre-owned Honda. Go to Piercy Honda in Milpitas.
The Guzmans were about to close on a home they adored, but at the last minute, their mortgage company denied their loan because the unusual home didn't meet their usual loan requirements. Heartbroken, they turned to Tri-Counties Bank home mortgage loan specialist Vincent Pagara. Specializing in custom loans for unique homes, his team quickly designed a creative solution, uniting the Guzmans and their home just in time. That's a perfect match. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
We're not as far from our goals as it may appear, because things are coming back, making now the time to move forward. At US Bank, our goal is getting you to where you really want to be, because side by side, there's no telling how far you'll go. US Bank, we'll get there together.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By the Reiche Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. And by the Serena Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Serena Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome back. US Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Kendall Kibanoff had a lot on her plate when she was in 8th grade. She was preparing for high school, starting a new competitive club team, and having to cope with her dad's sudden diagnosis of terminal cancer.
I actually got into volleyball at a really young age.
Kendall Kibanoff feels right at home when she's on the volleyball court.
My older sister actually started volleyball in 4th grade, and we're 2 years apart, so I was in 2nd grade. And my dad actually got me into volleyball. At the time, he did coach me playing basketball, but I would wait at my sister's practices and he'd just be like, go ahead, go play. And since then, I just fell in love with the sport, and when I got old enough, I definitely started playing.
Kendall's dad, Richard, was her coach up until she was 12 years old. Kendall says growing up, she could always hear her dad's voice over any size crowd, something she truly misses.
He had stage 3 stomach cancer, and he was diagnosed in 2015, and this was when I was in 6th grade. It was very unexpected. He was a very strong-built man. He had served in the Navy, and he was also an aircraft mechanic for Rolls-Royce. And every time I picture him as this big man in his coveralls when he would always pick us up from after school. And the day I'd heard he'd been diagnosed, it was just unbelievable. I just couldn't put it into words. I thought it was a dream. I was like, this can't be real.
Out of my 3, she's the one, like I said, has the heart on her sleeve. So she was the one who cried. So she was the one already thinking, oh no, my dad's sick, my dad's gonna die. Like she was already panicking, if that's the thing.
It was painful, I'd say. Seeing him, like I said, from this strong, heavy-set man shrink and have the chemo and the radiation, you could just see how much he struggled to the point where he couldn't walk on his own. He needed us to be there for him, and he had also got his stomach removed, and during that time, it just hurt to watch how much pain he had been in, and yeah.
At the time of his diagnosis, doctors gave Richard just 6 months to live, but he was able to fight the disease for 2 years. Richard passed away the day after Christmas in 2017. Kendall was in 8th grade, and from then, she tried her best to help each of her family members cope with the loss.
I'd say the role that I took was supporting my mom overall. I'd say that my father was my mom's love of her life, and I knew how much it hurt her more than me. And my siblings also, I could see how much pain they were in. My sister was just starting off high school and she was going through it, and my brother, who was still little. So being that middle child, I try to balance everything out and keeping everybody
Kendall turned to volleyball as a way to cope with her own emotions.
I put a lot of time into volleyball. I would go to every single practice. I never missed a practice. I'd go to any open gym. Any opportunity I had to play the sport that I love, I would take it. I would use volleyball as an overall cope. And during my free time, I would just spend it with my mom. I'd help her cope, and we'd both just keep busy.
Kendall joined her new club team, UC Elite, just a few weeks before her dad passed away. Looking back, both Kendall and her mom, Charlene, say it was a blessing.
It was hard at the beginning, to be honest. That 8th grade year was hard, but she found UC Elite. And this team were all older girls. They took a chance with her, and I think that helped her out. Like, she goes, okay, you really, and in the back of her head, she's always thinking, what can I do better? What did Dad want me to do better? So she always keeps that with her.
When she joined our team and our club, it was maybe a 2-3 week span from when her father passed, and it really brought us closer with her very quickly, actually. So we just really supported her because we know it's a tough thing to deal with. And wanted to make her time on the court with our team somewhere where she could just de-stress and just have a lot of fun.
I've received lots of support from people that I didn't think cared for me that much. I was very surprised. Like, there was a game where my teammates had surprised my dad and I with shirts, and the ribbon for stomach cancer is periwinkle. So they all had periwinkle jerseys, and on the back of them it said Kibanoff Strong. And that honestly made me feel so loved, and it made my dad feel so loved.
She's surrounded herself with so many positive male figures, just like her coach now, Coach Matt, that, even if she did step away from the sport, she would still bring whatever knowledge they gave to her, even if it's not sport related. Yeah.
Since it's my junior year now, I hope to continue to talk to more colleges now and hopefully get recruited. Overall, make my family proud, make my mom proud, and for future goals, I would love to give back to my family, definitely. For everything they've done for me and all the support they've given me, the only thing I would do is give them support back.
How do you plan to make your dad proud?
Just playing my role, like doing my part on the court and not giving up on my dreams. Like I said, I play for him, and I want to make him proud by playing to my highest potential and getting to the highest level of volleyball that I can.
Kendall says her relationship with her mom has gotten so much closer. Before, it was her dad traveling with her to all of her volleyball tournaments, and now it's her mom, and she's just so thankful for that and all of her support she's gotten from her club team and from her community.
Yeah, and how's she doing with the pandemic? It looks like, as of right now, they're not going to play at all this year.
That's right. She's luckily been able to do a lot of tournaments out of state, so she's been getting on the court for sure.
Very good. Coming up, girls tennis from the Bay Valley League as Pittsburgh meets Heritage.
And cross country from the Santa Clara Valley League. 49ers Cali Sports will be right back.
We are back with girls tennis from the Bay Valley League.
That's right. This one features Pittsburgh taking on Heritage on Tuesday.
The Heritage Patriots all excited for their first contest of the season. The Patriots have a fantastic number one. She is junior Erin Crane showing off her forehand shot for the point. Pittsburgh's Josena Mendez trying to keep the match close with a nice serve and the point there. But the match would go to Heritage's Erin Crane. Erin with a powerful ace as she wins it in 2 straight sets. Off to the number 2 match now between Akwi Awazi from Pittsburgh and Nicolette Alexander from Heritage. Nicolette with a monster forehand shot to the other side of the court. Alexander once again showing off her powerful forehand stroke as this one is not coming back. Nicolette also wins her match in 2 straight sets. Now we take a look at another great player for Heritage. This is senior Alyssa Duran with the ace. The Pirates' Emily Franklin looking to stay in it. She gets the backhand shot for the point there. But the match would go to Alyssa Duran from Heritage. Alyssa with a nice strike, and that one is not coming back as she also wins it in 2 sets. Off to the number 4 matchup between Sharon Awazi from Pittsburgh and Jana Herford from Heritage. Jana showing off her powerful backhand shot. She's just a sophomore. One more for Jana as she hits it away from her opponent as Heritage wins all 9 matches for the first win of the season. It's a convincing 9-0 victory for the Heritage Patriots. Here's junior Erin Crane talking about how this season is different for her team.
Well, it's like a lot shorter. We don't have preseason matches anymore this year, so it's a little awkward, but I think it's nice since we just get to play a lot more like matches. Yeah.
We have Palo Alto and Los Altos cross country now, part of the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League meet Saturday. The girls coming up, but first the boys. Grant Morgenfeld leading at the 1 mile mark. Teammate Alex Gao following right behind, followed by the Eagles' Hans Holst and the Vikings' Mateo Fesselheimer. Here comes Bowden Syrie. Bowden would be the second Los Altos runner to finish, with a sea of Vikings filling 8 of the first 9 spots with a time of 10 minutes and 43 seconds. Morgenfeld takes first place, a pace of less than 5 minutes a mile. The Eagles' Hans Holst comes in second with a time of 10 minutes and 56 seconds and a 4:58 mile pace. And here come the rest of the Vikings. Alex Gao in third, followed by Fesselheimer. And this is Alexi Sletsky, Kenji Tella, and James Miller finishing. The Vikings with an average pace of 11 minutes and 7 seconds. They beat the Eagles. But how about the girls? Riley Capuano, Maddie Randall, and the Vikings' Catherine Chang bunched up at the 1 mile mark. Hillary Studdard for Palo Alto had an amazing race. Here she comes down the home stretch. 12 minutes and 29 seconds is Hillary's time, an average mile time of 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Los Altos takes spots 2 through 4. Fiona Bodkin at 13 minutes and 4 seconds. Maddie Randall at 5:57, and Riley Capuano right behind them in fourth. The next Viking to cross the finish line is Catherine Chang, and then Haley Huang. In an average time of 13 minutes and 36 seconds, the Los Altos girls bring home the win. Palo Alto just 6 seconds behind. Let's talk to the winner of both races.
Playing CCS again like we did last year. We had a super strong team. We lost 2 seniors, but our team is still super strong. Hopefully when everyone gets into full shape, we'll be really competitive in our section.
It's pretty interesting. The races are faster, so it's a lot of fun. Seeing other people is a lot of fun, and being able to compete is just something so different, and I really enjoy it.
The Harker School honors top athletes for their performance in the classroom each week, and this week's Harker School Scholar Athlete is Daniel Sabronsky from Camp Lindo with an impressive 4.89 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, transitional kindergarten students returned to campus last week, excited to enjoy the company of their friends and enjoy a wide variety of outdoor activities. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Be sure to check us out on social media for lots of fun content, including videos, news updates, and lots more. We're at 49ers Cal High everywhere, including TikTok and Instagram.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on when new videos are posted each week. We have videos going back several years, so go to our YouTube channel and find your highlights from the past.
Coming up, the amazing soccer player from San Francisco thriving on the pitch and overcoming childhood cancer.
And later, it's the Clover Sonoma Dairy Deja Mu athlete as we look back at this popular Bay Area slugger when he played at Bellarmine College Prep.
We've all felt this gap, the distance between what is and what could be. While he's tapping into his passion, the U.S. Bank mobile app can help you tap your way to your savings goals without missing a beat, so you can feed his passion. Earplugs not included. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley. We are back with this week's DGDG.com feature story.
Allie Williams has a story of an incredible soccer player thriving on the pitch despite losing an eye to childhood cancer.
Life has thrown challenge after challenge at Aiden Hyde since he was 2 months old, but that hasn't stopped the Drew Sr. from sharing his passion for soccer and for life. During this pandemic, it's a win just to get on the field. For now, being near it is enough for Aiden Hyde. Aiden is temporarily sidelined with a hamstring injury, but that's nothing compared to what Aiden has already overcome.
As a baby, I had a cancer called retinoblastoma. When I was diagnosed, I was probably 2 months old, I think. My pediatrician, she said something looked wrong with my eye, and every day I think about how lucky I am to be here, because if she had not found that tumor, the likely possibility it would have spread to my brain, and I would most likely not be here.
I mean, he was my firstborn, and so I didn't really have any experience with a baby, and I just remember thinking, like, take whatever you want, take his eye, take his arms, take all his limbs, just let him live.
They had to remove my eye, and I only have one eye. I only have vision in one eye, but doesn't stop me from doing anything, so.
Aiden beat cancer and was almost immediately introduced to soccer, a sport running deep throughout his family.
Well, my dad's from Ireland, so he's been playing his whole life, and my mom played Division II at Sonoma State. Straight from day one, my mom gave me a little soccer ball, and I would throw it, but my dad always made sure I was doing the normal throw-in technique, so just really all soccer every day, everywhere.
He used soccer to build up his confidence and excel, and being an athlete is a really part of our identity, and I think it's an identity that means that you're focused and disciplined and put in a lot of hard work, and he definitely does.
Aiden's passion for soccer was clear from the start. He plays with vision in only his right eye.
I've never known anything different, and it's just, I have to turn my head a lot more frequently than a lot of other players. I feel like if I had 2 eyes, I don't know what it'd be like, but it might be easier.
Probably the first thing that comes in our mind is how he's going to visualize all the situation around the field. But because he got that problem, that little problem since long time ago, he learned already how to deal with that, so his mobility is more dynamic like normally from other kids. I've been learning from him a lot of times. He made me grow up as a coach a lot.
Aiden made the adjustments he needed to succeed on the field. Those adjustments sometimes had unexpected effects. He said his center was off for a while. He was diagnosed with a condition called osteochondritis dissecans, a joint disorder in his knee preventing the cartilage from getting enough blood flow. Aiden had surgery during his freshman year to alleviate the pain.
Like 1% of people have, which is ridiculous, and it's just unlucky, I guess, but is what it is. But yeah, the injuries, they kept coming, but I kept on recovering and kept that drive to succeed.
Aiden never gave up and is seeing success in soccer at multiple levels. A 4-year varsity player and all-league in the Bay Counties League, Aiden helped Drew High School win the BCL championship as a sophomore. The same year, he led the league in goals.
Number one is a very educated person, have a lot of values, is very strong mentally and physically, is very commitment to the team, and of course, is one of my captains on the team. He's very friendly, very a teammate, very coachable. So he's a great kid.
It really is an escape. It's a place where I can just go and play. And throughout all my high school years, I've sort of realized that, and I just go and play soccer on a Friday night till 12, doesn't matter. As long as I'm out there on the field, all my worries go away. It's just clears my mind, gets me ready for the next day and for the future.
Aiden is currently recovering from a hamstring injury, but has a new way to share his love of soccer. He's found a new calling in coaching.
I coach my brother. He's 11.
His teammates love Aiden. Aiden's always encouraging with all the kids, and I think just having your big brother be someone who can encourage you and help the team grow, I think has really made Quinn respect and appreciate his older brother a little bit more. They're really close, so they have a lot of stuff in common.
I wanted to learn more about soccer because it's such an influential part of my life, and I felt coaching was the best way to do that while I was injured. And it so happened that I found that passion as well, and now I'm coaching a team.
Aiden also helps coach his team at SF Elite while he builds his strength back to get out on the field.
If Liam goes inside, you have to get on this overlap. Cover the space.
He have all quality. I have no doubt that in the future he's going to be, if he want to become a coach and grow up in this experience, he's going to have he's going to be a lot of success, and he's have a lot of potential, a lot of quality to become a good coach in the future.
Through the ups and downs, soccer has always been there for Aiden, and he says he plans on keeping it that way.
I'm really looking forward to continuing to play, and just with whether that be in college, in division, or just in club, being involved in soccer anyway, coaching, I anticipate I'll have a team sometime in the near future, hopefully to pay myself through college.
Aiden knows it's the love of the game that can never be taken away.
He'll always be in the game in some way.
It's a part of me, it's a part of my heart, and I'm never gonna stop loving it, no matter how many injuries I get or whatever happens. It's the love of the game, the beautiful game that's never gonna stop.
Aiden currently plans to go into pre-med in college, and his injuries have influenced him to focus on orthopedics. He's on track to get back on the field this season and is working hard to get there as soon as possible. Aubrey and Robert, back to you.
Coming up, Clover-Sonoma Dairy brings us Deja Vu as we catch up with Mark Canna.
You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, the #1 and best high school sports show in the nation.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Clover-Sonoma, the #1 milk brand in Northern California and proud partners of the 49ers. And by Devcon Construction, build, design, perform, sustain.
This is the Dublin Cross Country Meet held Saturday morning with teams from all around the Bay. This is the girls' varsity race with St. Francis, the team to beat. At the 1 mile mark, the Lancers with 4 girls in the top 5, including leader Crystal Elkins, followed by her teammate Isabel Cairns, with 2 girls from Livermore close behind. That's Vivian Valentin and Angelina Guzman. Coming through the buildings there is Elkins just ahead of Izzy Carnes. In the next group, Foothills' Caitlin Espino, just a freshman. Then the Lancers' Lillian Kailberg, Claire Callan, and Brianna Valdez. Elkins finishes in first, followed by Cairns, then Livermore's Guzman and Alexa Barton. Elkins talks about racing with her team for the first time in 15 months.
I'm so excited. I've never broken 18 for a 3 mile, 5K or anything like that, so that was really amazing. I got really excited when I saw my time at the end. It was really amazing because my entire family decided to come and watch around the meet, so that was really exciting just to see them. I know they're really excited, and my entire team was really excited to get after it today, and my coaches too, so that was really amazing to see compete in.
Here's the boys' race with the Bellarmine Bells among the best teams in the state. They are deep and fast, a group of 4 separating near the first mile. Bellarmine twin seniors Galen and Nolan Topper in the lead, with Dublin's Daniel Trampe right there. Around the buildings as Nolan Topper has taken the lead from his brother, both headed to Stanford next year. Trampe doing very well for Dublin in third. You can see the distance these 3 have put on the rest of the field. In the next group is Dublin's Grayson Young and Cole Turpin, followed by the Bells' Ryan Yanashida, Daniel Vaca, and St. Francis Lancer Suvan Kumar. Last time through the loop, and Nolan Topper is in command, followed by his brother Galen and Daniel Trampe. And now Nolan with a big lead as he enters the stadium. Nolan wins the race with a time of 14:45, 15 seconds ahead of Galen and 30 seconds ahead of Trampe. Nolan talked about having fun in his first race back.
It was honestly really fun. And I'm really grateful to all our coaches, administrators, and everyone that put this meet on. It's been really great.
Deja Mu Clover Sonoma Dairy helps us look back at former high school stars now grazing into professional fields.
This week we feature former Bellarmine baseball and football star Mark Canha. Mark hit .440 for the Bells in his senior season in 2007. He was a 3-year starter in both baseball and football, playing wide receiver and quarterback on the football team. Mark went on to play for the University of California, Berkeley before being taken in the 7th round of the 2010 Major League Draft. Known for his power hitting, Mark earned a spot on the Oakland A's Major League roster in 2015 and set career highs in average, runs, walks, and home runs with 26 in 2019. Mark will be back playing for the A's this season.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week.
This week's volunteer award goes to Nyla Chate from Milpitas High School. Nyla is the founder of My Roots Are Rich, a nonprofit organization with a mission to empower, inspire, and educate people about the rich history of African Americans. During the pandemic, Nyla began the Read for a Cause project, where Nyla and other volunteers would record themselves reading short stories to share with elementary schools and families. Nyla also raised $5,000 to sponsor children for a virtual trip to Ghana, and also organized the Black Lives Matter protest in Milpitas last summer. Nyla talks about why volunteering is so important to her.
Volunteering is extremely important to me because I think it's amazing to be able to give back to the community that brought me up. I think that through volunteer work, we're able to make our community a better place. You know, when you see injustices happening, when you see that there's people who are in need, I think it's awesome to be able to give whatever you can.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but we'll see.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rega Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Jack, and today's training tip is half kneel, curl to press. Lauren is going to take a dumbbell and get in a half kneeling stance. She's going to curl the dumbbell and then press it over her head. She'll do 6 to 8 reps each side and then switch knees and do her left side. And that is half kneel, curl to press.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week will get some lovely prizes.
That's right. We'll count down the contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
First up, Nora Lynch from Half Moon Bay with a fantastic ace. Then it's Dublin's Crystal Elkins with a personal best, a 17:37 time she wins that race out in Dublin. Back to this match, Nikila Rahman, the fantastic return. That one's not coming back. But the play of the week goes to Angelina Ismailova. Taylor Long with a great play off the volley, but watch Ismailova just crush it back at her opponent. Angelina is our play of the week winner.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We'll have the story of the St. Francis basketball star overcoming her experience with a learning disability to help others. We will see you then.